Boils and feral ghouls, the continuation of... Let's build a damn settlement. Alrighty. So in the last episode, we were putting together this bad boy here. Fix that before that goes all apart. And I made the observation that this wasn't centered, and we gotta fix that. So, I'm gonna move some stuff around. Did a little off-screen playing around with some of this, and I don't remember how I did it, but I did it at some point. Alright, so we're gonna move everything over by one. I should just be able to just not connect it here, because apparently it doesn't like those. So we're just gonna do that for the moment. You know what? Let's just move that. We're gonna come in here, because I'm gonna need a middle piece of some sort. So we're gonna check our wall sections real quick to see if I have anything that might work for that. I know most of them are gonna end up being corners, but we can finagle something. If not, yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, so out of there, we're gonna go into the floor sections, and we're just gonna work our way over. Give me one of those. Them. Use that as our centerpiece. We don't need these. They were just there as holder pieces. There we go. There's my bad boy. Of course, it still won't snap because of the setup here. So, I'm gonna go down and see if we can get a better floor. There we go. For some reason, just oops, it's not like these guys. So we're gonna create one of these. See if we can get this to... Yeah, there we go. And you know what? We're just gonna leave that piece because... Wait, no, we can't. Get rid of that. And now, of course, this one's snapped to here. Whatever. But then again, I don't know if I'm gonna keep that piece. You know what? I'm not. So, let's go back in here. Let's grab one of them corner pieces. Yeah, that dude. Snap that guy. Right R. Then we'll just stick another floor piece in there. Give me that guy, yeah. Really? Okay. Let's do that then. There we go. Now we are centered, and we got some shapes here. Got some stuff I gotta fix too, because now that doesn't line up. So if we take that out, could potentially go like that. I'm thinking that's not gonna work either. Depending on how I make the rest of this. So how does that look? So now we just got the slightest bit of overhang, which is fine. That does not concern me at all. But the rest of this does. So you know what, let's play around with some walls first. Let's just play here. Yeah, one of those, and I guess one of these. You know what, kind of like that. Actually, this could end up maybe being a doorway of some sort, or something. Alright, so we're going to stick with that. We got some holes here we got to fill in. So, let's grab... Yeah, let's go into the... Perfect. Throw that guy in there. Throw that one in there. We don't care which way it goes. Okay. Then, yeah, we're going to fill this in with, like, some half walls. So this is, again, outer stuff, security-wise, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. And I was also thinking of putting a stairwell. So, actually, let's take those guys out. Let's put a stairwell in here. Let's see, how does that work? Okay, that definitely gets us down. But I don't like how that goes into the ground like that. This one's too short, I believe. There, yeah. Alright. So, maybe we'll just go for like a regular wooden one. So, let's get some wood. Yeah. That makes a lot more sense. I like that a little better. Cool. Alright. So now we got ourselves a little pathway down there. And maybe we need a set of stairs too coming this way. Do we? Maybe. We'll worry about that later. Right now I want to focus on getting this one all buttoned up. Okay. So we're going to need something like a this. Yeah. Perfecto. And I'll put like that guy. We're not too concerned about these sides. For protection-wise, because they're kind of phasing in towards the dam. But for the others, I definitely want to go with my metal plates here. Throw that guy up here. And another one here. On the outside. Maybe we'll even put up some sandbags. Some sandbag fortification at some point. For now, I'll just throw up a bunch of these guys. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and of course these don't snap. We're just going to have to rando place everything. That one will snap. We don't want that. Flag's not going to help us. That looks like metal, so we'll take that guy. Got his little friend here. A little blue guy there. Boom. Now we've got our front gate assembly. Okay. We need some walls. You know what? Let's check out some rusty walls. Let's see if I can get something to connect here. Oh, of course they won't connect anywhere. Really? Okay. I figured maybe it might. But no. I gotta decide what the heck I'm gonna do with this though first. I mean, I suppose I can just my walls like that. Just close it off this way. Just a smidgen. Okay, let's play around with that for a moment. This also will kind of double as support in a sense. I mean, it kind of looks like it, so let's work that just a little. Try to get a straight line here. That looks a little better. And you know what? We've got to bump out like that. Who cares? We're having some fun. Just throw these bad boys in here randomly and not make contact because I went too far. Okay. Let's try to twist that just a little more. Okay, now let's re-snap these. Okay, out. Oh, we're too far that way now. Son of a gun. Okay. Let's see how this ends up going. That got sucked in. Oh, perfect. Except, yeah, we got that gap in there. It does look really cool, though. Alright. And of course, that's going to do that. So we're going to turn off our snapping, and maybe we'll try to replace this guy. Oh, like so. How does that look? Actually, that looks pretty darn good. Push that in just a smidgen. Nice! I like it. Alright. Of course, this side, probably really going to have to utilize this guy. This spacing here, because I didn't have this wall over far enough. Otherwise, we end up with something like this. Well, we straighten that out, of course. Actually, that ain't too bad. Maybe we'll stick with that. So let's go ahead and actually bring that in. Do something like that. But of course, now we've got just that little corner piece there, which we have that. We'll overlap these. We'll make it work because we can. Let's get these lined up. Yeah, that works. Cool. Alright. We're going to go with a slightly different design color for this side, maybe. I might even take out a few from the other side just to kind of... oh, duh. Throw in some other designs, colors, yada yada. Okay, let's turn our snapping back on and see if I can get these to... Nope! Not play. Okay. Can be like that, fine. A little bit. I'm gonna need a door too at some point. Let's guy out. I like that better. Okay. Maybe here. That's gonna be a tiny little door. I don't know if we can squeeze through that. We'll have to see. Let's get some more pieces in here first. See, that's an into the corner. We don't really want. Or do we? No, we don't want that. Let's see. Ooh, I kind of like that guy. Go ahead and let's throw this piece in there. That's nice and junky looking. Excellent. Oh. There we go. Well, maybe I'll take that guy out and... Yeah, there we go. Now we've got the corner done. Now let's see, can we squeeze through there? No, not quite. So we'll probably have to scooch that up a little to make that work. But all in all, this does look pretty darn nice down here. We have just enough headroom to get through, but not here. So that's fine. We'll just scooch this guy up. Let's go ahead and hoop it on up. Oh, to about... Oh, geez, there. I'll lock that guy back down. And see if we can get through here now. Excellent. Let's see, how does that look up here? Yeah, we might not be able to use that as our doorway here, since we have that, but that's okay. Why do we need a doorway here when we've got a doorway down there? So, there we go. And a little cubby down here. Maybe we'll just stick a piece of floor there or something. Might have to move our stairs, though, because we've got that beam kind of in our way. So, let's take that guy out. Let's move our stairs to there. We can leave that. Just put in a new section of floor. So let's go back to, yeah, the warehouse. And let's use a couple of these guys. We need that there. And, you know, let's take that guy out. Put that guy. There. Alright. Try out our new stairs. We got some... That's okay. We don't really care. Alright, now we can get down. Now we can get out. Awesome. Cool. Alright. Yeah, last video we did this. Built our way down. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. It looks like a massive fort. Even though it's really technically not, but whatever. We can kind of consider it one, I guess. Close that on up. Love it. Alright. Good idea to do a save. Save. Okay. Let's get back up in the air. Now we need to do some roofuses on both sides. You know what? We're gonna play around with some of these, maybe. Yeah, let's get some flat sections of these guys. Of course, they're not gonna snap because they're different. Just throw a couple of those in there. Yeah, kind of like that. Oh, we're off kiltered a little. Straighten that out. Oh, that. Perfect. Maybe we'll put some of the overhang stuff in there. Let's see what happens if we just keep going. How does that end up looking? That's a crap. What else we got? Not quite. Could. How would that look? That's not even going to connect. That looks like garbage anyway. So I do have smaller sections of roof that we can always put in there from other sections, so I'm not too worried about that. So that's fine. Okay, let's go into here. Let's see if I can find those pieces that I'm looking for. Hey, It's not too bad. Let's just throw a bunch of those in there. And put that one there. Not quite what I was thinking. Oh, that's the wrong texture, that's why. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? I certainly don't. And neither should you. The middle one there. Let's... Yeah, I think that looks a little better. Okay. Where that guy? Yeah, there we go. Let's get that little corner piece, which I didn't make one for. Alright, so back to USO. And we're going to come back in here into the roof sections, and I do have... I thought I did. A little small piece. I guess not. Huh. What if we did something like that? Nah, I don't like that. No. No. Do something like that, just like overlap these. Like that. Actually, that looks pretty cool. I'm going to keep that. Which makes that other piece that I put in there kind of irrelevant, but who cares? Anyway. Yeah, there we go. Got some funky angles where like some rain and stuff can get in, but whatever. Whatever. And we got this little guy here. What can we do with this? Ooh, what if we did something? Oh, what did that? You move at the last second. Let's just play around here for a second. That's not bad. How does it look from this side? And we got extra roofage. Extra roofing. And let's see, all these non-waterproof, like a sheet, really. I mean, I suppose that could help, but we can certainly do better than that. Oh yeah, I got that little section right there too. Oh wait, no, that's where the doorway is. But maybe we'll stick like a little overhang there. G2M construction wood for roof. Oh, there's a little guy. There's a little guy. Do something like that. Nice. That way you can stay dry while you're getting in the door. Guess we need some stairs. But we'll, again, worry about that as we zip along. Let's see, what else we got in here? Warehouse. What's in here? Oh. Of course, we could have used that. And there's that. I do kind of like that. Let's move that for a second. Let's see. And that is pretty small. Do these snap to each other? They do! Kind of like that, too. Of course, we gotta fix that. That just ain't right. There we go. I'm gonna leave that one. Alright. Got my face. Cool. Alright. We got some walls in here that we gotta take care of and whatnot. So here's our entryway. We need a little set of stairs. I'm just gonna use the regular plain old wood stairs here. You know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, those guys right there. Okay, so we're gonna need some protection there, some protection here. Ooh, spiky things. I forgot about those. Yeah, I guess some basic protection here. Oh, wait, what happened here? Oh, okay. The stairs are for the outside. Right? Yeah, we'll keep that. Okay. Let's do another quick save. Always save your work every few minutes, kids. Very important. How many times I've seen people lose their work. Game Town walkthrough. Yeah, so very important. Alright, structural. We're going to go into metal. Scrap pieces. Heck yeah. I'm just going to start randomly throwing these guys up. Going to make it so it's just touching the surface. Like so. Gotta look at it. Sure, that looks like it's attached. That's good enough. Alright. And apparently they're all green. Ooh, I like that one. That's really cool. Stick that guy there. Give him a little friend here. Orange. Aren't you glad I made it? That's terrible. What else we got? Ooh, I like that one. Yeah, like I said about the other side too, maybe we'll stick a bunch of sandbags up throughout a lot of the more exposed sides. And you know what? Even though we got the wood paneling, etc. up here, maybe we're gonna double protect it with some extra metal, especially where some of these holes are. Plus, it just ends up looking so much better too, nice and scrappy. Perfect. And let's throw that guy. That guy's got some character. Some character. Perfect. Oh yeah, I forgot I put one with the things there. Okay, here... I suppose we'll just go for the regular wood stuff on these sides. Again, because this is on the inside, so we don't really care too much. So we're just going to kind of make this look a little... There we go. More natural. Boom. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely thinking we need a stairwell to come down this way, because otherwise you gotta go... Find your way all the way down this way to go all the way up that way, and that just don't make no sense. So, you know what, let's put a wooden panel. This here. Play with that idea for a second. Let's see. Gotta straighten that out. I like it. Whoop, hip, hip. Stuck. Get in the corner. There we go. Look straight. Maybe a smidgen. Yeah, okay. Wasting too much time on that. Alright. Stairs. Do they make it? They do not. Short. Yeah, alright. So let's go with, I suppose, barn warehouse stairs. I think those are longer. Let's go ahead and match that up and see. Ooh, not really. I mean, yes, but no. Might have to do something about that. Of course, I want to move this over. This to be as close to the wall as we possibly can get it, because I want to be able to walk past there. Perfect. And yeah, we gotta block that off too. We'll get to it. Oh geez, get stuck again. All right, you know what? Let's try biggest size in these stairs. Oh, that might actually cause more trouble getting by. Let's just do that for the moment. And let's see. Okay, now we've made it. We can walk up. We can walk down. We cannot walk by. I suppose I could get rid of these or move them. Or you know what? Hang on. That might or might not work. I'm thinking maybe the stairs from Woody's Wasteland, because I want to have railings at least. There we go. And I know I can stack two of these things to each other. But I think that's going to end up making my railings end up looking kind of bad, because they're going to go like right into the ground. Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't like that when it goes like directly into the ground like that. So maybe we can find something in Snappy. I haven't touched Snappy that much in a long time, other than when I made the bunker there. Interior building kits. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see what we have for stairs available. Need something tall but narrow. Narrow as we can get. I don't mind the brick style. That's actually pretty nice looking. That's not going to be narrow enough. But we could just stick it right into the wall. Because we don't need to worry too much about... Oh, get out of here. About anything. And then I can just get my own railing off of that. And then with the brick thing... Oh, it doesn't make it, but that's okay. We do have the small sections here. that can match up to. Whoa, that bad. That's beastly. Of course, that doesn't even make it all the way down. That's the same. That's not snapping. Oh, that's right. Turned it off. There we go. Now, can we get by? We cannot, which means we gotta move it over more. So that's what's cool, is that it looks like it was always here, and just make it smaller. Scooching it on in, and then we'll also adjust what we have for our palette or something up here. Okay, let's... No! Wrong one, you dope. Grab the little guy. There we go. Okay, now we should be able to get by. Perfect. And then we'll probably end up taking that palette out and putting something else up there just to help keep this kind of original look here, because that does make it look like it was supposed to be here. That's cool. Okay. And then we can get some railings for that as well. We got trim pieces. Have some fun with that. Let's see. Do we want to mess with that? Oh, that's another one. Corner piece there. I don't know. Okay, there's no railings in here. We're gonna go to, I think, the wood sections. Let's try and... There we go. Here's some railings. Ooh. No, don't think I want the wood ones, though. That's not the right one. Which one am I on? Have to. Just miss it. I think I just missed it. Small stairs have to. Small stairs short. That's not quite it. Not the right one. Oh, wait, maybe that is. Just in the wrong spot. Yeah, that's not too bad. And of course, you got that little tiny section down there. I don't know if I have... Nope. Okay, whatever. That one connected, and I don't care that it goes down like that. Maybe we won't even bother with that and just stick an end on it. I don't know. Stairs. I don't know if I have... I know there's stairs here, but I don't think they come with railings. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, back to Snappy real quick. Let's see. See, they all start getting bigger, so we don't have that guy. That one, which for whatever reason... Oh, that's the same one, it's just wrong. Yeah. Otherwise we get a little bend in there, and then you get that double thing there. Well, if we put the cap on, the end cap... Okay. No, that's the turn. Let's try that guy. One? Yeah. It ends there like that. Which I think is fine. I guess you don't really need to have the railings come all the way down. Yeah, that's cool. We'll take it. We gotta put a cap on there and then some sort of landing up here. Alright, another S.C.R.A.P. Okay. There we go. Actually, let's do that real quick. Maybe, actually, we can wrap this around. That might be kind of cool. Nope. Face the other way, you dope. Just did it for a second there. Really? No. I want you to face like that. Well, that's how you do a decorative top. In case you've never seen that before. Alright, let's go back down to the bricks section. And no, I want a 4-piece. That matches up to that guy. Small one? Oh, there we go. Ooh, even better. That is pretty thick. Hmm. No, that's okay. I'm going to leave it. I do want to get rid of all of this mess, though. So we're gonna... Oh, no! I got rid of the wrong one. What a dope. What a dope on a rope. Alright, let's get rid of that. Let's fix that. Back to the wood railing. Oh, yeah. Oh. I don't remember which one I had. Oh, obviously not those. Okay. One of these really long ones. Not that one. I did this guy. Yeah, it was that guy. Okay. Now that we've done that, we dare put a little helper friend there. Like so. I suppose. See how much does that intrude in here? You're gonna notice that? Ah, barely even see that. Alright, whatever. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm thinking I might just kind of leave that. I don't like how there's that weird, like, ridge there, and I wish this was a little thinner, but it is what it is. But, hey, we've got a railing, because safety first. You know me, I always fall downstairs. And we can come on over this way, and then we can go down this way, and make our way down to here. And down to here, and voila. So on and so forth. Cool. Okay. And yeah, we're going to put some railings up in here. Don't worry. We'll get to it. We got to do some railings here, too. Okay, so here's our control room. We got windows so that we can see out of the building. That's important. We'll put some computery stuff in here. Let's do a new survey. Okay. We're going down this way. Yeah, creative clutter. Rooms. Office. Tables and shelves, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Our surface snapping. Whoa! We'll just throw a couple of rando desks in there. These people, I guess, all like tea. Because every single one of them has a teapot on it. We don't need that guy. Okay. This one sits over here with the typewriter. You know, we're going to face you this way. Probably going to end up, like, redoing all of these. Because I need better stuff in here. Let's go to power. And kind of look at that guy. Okay, that's just gonna keep bugging me. So we're gonna stick that there. It's just in the corner. So, of course, that does require its own power. We'll get into that. I'm just gonna stick one of these bad boys in here. Wire that to that just to see. Yeah, it pops to life. That's what I thought. Okay. I'm gonna disconnect that for the moment. Whoa, that's heavy duty. Go into USO to power connectors and switches. I don't want to have it look funky. That. Now we'll try connecting to that. There we go. Oof. Try not to move this guy as much as you possibly can because it does not like it. Especially when you try to put it... Oh no. Yeah. Alright, we're just gonna end up leaving it. Otherwise it's just gonna be a huge pain to try and make it do what I want it to do. Okay. Miscellaneous. What else we got in here? We don't need that. We don't need that. Definitely too high-tech. Cheat terminal, not really gonna help us. Let's see. Generators. Miscellaneous. Terminal. Let's see. Yeah, these are cool. They actually have little radar dishes that move. Decorations. No, vendors, not quite what I'm looking for. Medical, nope. Weapons, not really. Let's see, there we go. Here's some electronics. Let's see. Actually, this kind of looks like dam stuff. It's pretty big, though. Sheesh. Even bigger. Holy potatoes. There's something small. You know what? There we go. We'll put a couple of those rando guys in. There we go. There's something a little smaller. That there. That's for measuring the output of the something or other. We'll stick this guy. No. This one here. That one looks more at home there. Let's see. Keypad there. And actually, yeah, I think I want to get rid of my pre-made desks. We're gonna stick some of our own in here. Let's see. No. And oh, okay, it's because it's regular. Because everything's got to be done through SOE. So there we go. Snapping back on. Put that guy there. Let's get rid of that one. Another one. Oh. Let's turn off our surface snapping so we can. Yeah. Look at how far away that does that. That bugs the heck out of me. Let's get that. Okay. Now, decorations, SOE, electronics? Yeah. Now we turn our surface snapping back on. So let's go ahead. That's perfect. This way it kind of looks like we're looking at all the cameras of the dam to make sure that everything's damn right. We'll do that there. Oh wait, no, this one actually moves. Let's get rid of that one. I like this one because this one actually has like the pictures that rotate and stuff. Perfect. Now let's take that guy and we'll stick him over here. Much better. Actually, you know what? Stick that one there. This makes more sense over here. So we're watching. This is our generator. See? Moist. Yeah. Exactly. And then this one's system power. So this ends up actually kind of working. That kind of looks like some damn good equipment there. What else we got? We're monitoring the flooding of the Commonwealth. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, let's get rid of that desk too. Maybe use this guy too. We'll just stick that there for the moment. Let's see. Windows or Mac, of course. Need a mouse and keyboard. Offer surface snapping. There we go. This way we can control everything. Love it. Get in there. Nice. Okay. Need another desk. Planacha desks. No, we're just gonna put this one. One by like every window. Why not? This guy. Right there. That's like an emergency stop or something. Okay. There we go. Okay. Back into decoration, yada yada yada. Off so we can get our mouse and keyboard there. Good enough. Nice. Now we need some lighting in here. We need some plain Jane. The guy there. Turn on our grid snapping. Perfect. Put that there. Hey, 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 where'd you go? Really? Alright, whatever. Come on. Where'd you go? Really? Trying to, like, you know, make it look as nice as possible. Of course, it's going to be, like, as difficult as possible. Okay. Okay, it's not straight. Close. Good enough. Come in, you got light. Not good enough. You're not even close to being lined up. This guy really needs to be more over here. Someone could probably come over here a little bit. Probably. Oops. A little. No, they look. I'm getting close. Right about there. Got a little Canadian and a little Irish right there for a second. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's spread these out. We'll put a whole third row in here. Just to make my life even more difficult. More lights. There we go. Not right there. Not right there. You're just... You gotta get over here, buddy. Whoa! Okay, that's much better. I know they're a little crooked, but it is what it is. Not a whole heck of a lot I can really do about that, and I'm not going to spend forever worrying about lights. Alright, it's too quiet in here, so we got to make the sound of like some generator stuff. Not these. Need something like... Yeah. Perfect. Let's see. We're just gonna say goodbye. There we go. Apparently that breaks it going into the corner. Whatever. But we do have power now. We got a 999 power. And maybe we'll put some windows in there or something, but that'll be another time. We still got to do food and water. I'm thinking actually maybe this section here will make all of that farmland. And then maybe over in here we can do some water. I don't know where my people went. They disappeared again. Oh, seagull's here. Yeah, maybe we'll make a little something that goes out this way, and then we'll have like a little miniature water purification thing there. And some farmland there, and some more houses up here. And some more houses down there. Okie dokie! That is going to do it for this episode. I thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, don't get irradiated.